Y'all, it's Vonnie with the Get Down podcast, and we are back with another video. This news just spiraled about Molly Qerim, and she is actually making a departure from ESPN. And like the news, it just came about abruptly, um, which is kind of odd, you know. And I look to her as really one of the females that I do intend to meet on my journey becoming a sportscaster. Um, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. A lot of people are kind of having like really mixed feelings when it comes to this. Because it just came out of nowhere. Like nothing prior to her actually resigning from ESPN was talked about prior before, like days before, or even a week before. And it just kind of came out of nowhere, you know? And Stephen A. Smith, he had some words to say, you know, on her behalf, because I'm assuming she wanted him to just speak on it, but she could have really did it for herself. So let's just get into it. I mean, I don't know. You know, she was one of the really best female um sports announcers, especially early in the morning. I mean, come on now, this is Molly. This is Molly we're talking about, you know? Um, I don't know. Obviously, something might have happened behind the scenes, and this is why she's up and leaving right now, but like I said, it just came out of nowhere. So something happened behind the scenes that we don't see a lot where she's leaving ESPN, you know. Oh no, how to feel about it. I don't know. I mean, Molly, you my girl, you everybody's girl. I don't know. Let's read this, y'all. Stephen A. Smith said that his now former First Take co-star Molly Qerim abruptly resigned from ESPN on Monday night, effective immediately after 10 years of sharing the same airwaves. Yeah, she was on there for a good minute. She really was. During Tuesday's installment of his Series XM show, Smith explained that ESPN didn't want to lose Karam at mid-contract negotiations with the host, adding, "It's just uncomfortable to see, and he's not happy about it. To say that I'm quite sad about it is an understatement," he said. The Stephen A. Smith show, which aired shortly after Tuesday morning First Take, that didn't feature Querim. So he does have a show. If you guys are not familiar with that, he has his own talk show. And you can also see like his videos on YouTube too. So obviously Stephen A. Smith is kind of feeling down and sad about this at the same time. Like I said, especially if it's well, as far as us, because we don't know what goes on behind the scenes when the show ends, because it's only aired an hour. So we don't know what conversations, we don't know what's being said behind closed doors. So, um, yeah, I mean, it might have been, it might have been talked about in the studio, or it might have not been talked about in the studio, but it just came out of nowhere, so it's kind of like, I don't know how to feel. I mean, we were on the air 10 years together, and now you up and leaving. It's like, damn. I think that's how he's really feeling. It's just like, damn, at this point. Molly is a friend. Molly is a coworker. Molly is somebody that I've leaned on many occasions in the past, as she has done when it comes to me. We've been partners. Oh, excuse me, y'all. We've been partners on the show for the last 10 years, and a lot of times some of the things happen, and it's just uncomfortable to see. The details, quite frankly, are none of y'all business. It's not as if I know the details. It was a contract negotiation that was going on. ESPN certainly did not want to lose her, but in the end, she made her decision to walk away from the show effectively. Smith, who read aloud Karam's Instagram story from Tuesday that confirmed her departure, explained he was blindsided by the news. So, yeah, he wasn't aware of this. He got the news about it from looking at her social media story. And then, she did make the decision to walk away, even though ESPN didn't want to lose her. I don't think anybody wanted to lose her. I mean, come on now. First off, Molly's beautiful. So you're gonna tune in to see ESPN. You're gonna get the views. ESPN, you are definitely gonna get the views, because not only do they like hearing Stephen A. Smith just run his mouth and all that stuff, but look at Molly. Who's not gonna look at ESPN? At least when it comes to her. Just about almost everybody has a crush on her. She's beautiful. Look at how she dresses in the show. It's appeasing. It's gonna draw more viewers in to watch. And now that she's not there anymore, I only wonder who they probably gonna put in her spot to be on the show with Steven. I'm not sure. Maybe Malika Andrews. I forgot the other sister name. They got the kind of short haircut. I mean, it sometimes bringing in replacements, it might not bring as many views or laughter or just talks how it was with that prior person. So with her leaving, somebody is going to have to uh come in at least on her behalf and at least, do what she did. So, we'll see what happens when it comes to that. Because I don't know if they are talking about it in cahoots behind the cameras or whatever the case is, but they're gonna get somebody in her spot. They will, and it's not going to be long really before they do it. It's so many other people out there, male and female. And more than likely, they're going to bring on a female to be with him. I doubt if they just bring a guy back on there with Stephen A. Smith, like how Skip and Bayless, like him and Skip, how they used to do it. I doubt if they bring another guy. They're going to bring a female sports announcer in there for sure. But I mean, hey, like I said, Molly, she drew the views for that show. A lot of people like watching it. So I don't know. I don't know, Molly. I don't know. To be blunt, it came as a shock. I was not aware that this is something that she was contemplating doing, but in the end, she made her decision and we have to move on as a show, Smith said. I don't like it. I'm not happy about it because I appreciate her and what she has meant to me and what she has meant to the show and what she has meant to the business. And I'm going to miss her. It's just that simple. But we all make decisions that we deem to be in our best interest for whatever reason. And that story is for her to tell. Do I have an idea? Of course I do. Am I going to share it with you? No. Because again, that's her story to tell. Of course, out of respect, Molly is the main one that got to speak on this. And if she don't never want to speak on why she just decided to up and leave ESPN, she don't have to do that. She definitely don't. We can't pry that conversation out of her, y'all. If she want to get on and tell us why or make her Instagram stories about it, then she would do it. But we can't pry it out of her. You know, like you said, there's a reason why we just do and make certain decisions when it comes to what's best for us. At the end of the day, you know why you made that decision, Molly. And it goes for the rest of us. At the end of the day, you know why you made that decision to stop doing this, or take a step to doing this and doing that. You make decision at the end of the day, not nobody else. You make that decision. So I guess this was her post that she had put in her story, and this is what it says. Um, Now that the news came out earlier than I intended and not in the way I hoped, to my first take family, after much reflection, I've decided it's time to close this incredible chapter and step away from First Take. Hosting this show has been one of the greatest honors of my career. Every morning, I had the privilege of sharing the desk with some of the most brilliant, passionate, and entertaining voices in sports, and with all of you, the best fans in the world. I'm so grateful for what this journey has given me: lifelong friendships, unforgettable moments, and the chance to be part of something truly special. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for welcoming me into your homes. Stay tuned. With love and gratitude, Molly. So she put that in her story, and she started her ES. ESPN career back in 2006, actually. But she became like the host of the show after joining in 2015. So, she's definitely going to be missed at that organization. She is. Molly, we gonna miss you, girl. We definitely gonna miss you. We really are. But I mean, like I said, there's always a reason why we do make certain decisions, and we do got to be mindful of that. There is reasons why we do it. And if it's for the best for her to leave, then this is what she decided to do. This is what she decided to do. It's not saying she's retiring from whatever she's going to be doing outside of this, but she's closing this chapter right now when it comes to First Take ESPN. And most of the time when this happens, there's other adventures that do kind of come up. So now they got to try to leave, like any job, if a better one comes up, you got to try to leave the current one and get prepared for the better one. So it could be that, it could be many reasons, but of course they feeling hurt, they feeling hurt, they kind of sad, right now at the ESPN company and the organization, but eventually you will have to move on from her. And like I said, we don't know who they're going to bring in her shoes. We don't know who's going to be, not the next Molly, but we don't know who's going to be the next female on First Take with Stephen A. We don't know. We don't know, but it is being talked about. Without a doubt, it's definitely being talked about. Smith went on to wish Qerim the best and let her know that the love is always here. After making his life easy on television, Qerim announced her departure from ESPN on her Instagram story Tuesday morning, adding the news came out earlier than I intended. Her post came hours after Sports Business Journal reported that she turned down ESPN offer for a new contract and would depart the worldwide leader at the end of the year. Smith opened First Take on Tuesday with a heartfelt tribute. Molly has been an integral part of ESPN since 2006 and a key driver of First Take's success since joining as a host a decade ago. Burke Magnus, president of content at ESPN, said Tuesday, shortly after Qerim's statement, she elevated the show with her poise, skill, and professionalism while supporting others as a kind and encouraging teammate. We respect Molly's decision, wish her the best in the future, and thank her for her extraordinary daily commitment to sports fans and ESPN. ESPN and Qerim did not say when her official Last Take show will be, so they haven't spoke about that yet. It's unclear what's next for Qerim, who concluded her Instagram story on Tuesday with "Stay tuned" and a smiley face. So, I mean, like I said, we'll see what's next really when it comes to her. And like she said, stay tuned. She put a smile at the end, so we gotta be happy, but sometimes chapters they close in our lives and we have to understand that it's not meant for you to stay in that relationship long. It's not meant for you to stay at that job long. It's not meant for you to be in that career your whole life. Like there's always something more up on the rising that can probably benefit you a little bit more. You want to always try to elevate yourself to be better, but you definitely will be missed, Molly. You will be missed on ESPN. So, hey, we'll see. Stay tuned. We will see. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a fat thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys think of Molly's departure from ESPN. While you're at it, share this video with anyone and everyone that you know, whether they like sports or they just want to hear somebody give their opinion about a topic. And before you leave, hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. And that way you can be notified every time I drop videos on this channel. That is all. Stay prayed up, you guys. Stay prayed up. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.